You ready? All right, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here from Dinwiddie High School. This is the home opener for the Dinwiddie Generals. They're taking on the Petersburg Crimson Wave. Here we're at the Dinwiddie Sports Complex, so things may look a little different for those of you at home. We have the same setup, the same football teams. The Dinwiddie Generals coming off a heartbreaking loss in the last 30 seconds against the Prince George Royals. Pass that they caught, took it in for about 40 yards?
Something like that.
About 40 yards as time almost ran out. Ended up losing that game 22-19. The Crimson Wave had a little bit more trouble with Thomas Dale losing by 4 touchdowns or so. I know that it's going to be a good game, though. It's a good rivalry. It should be a good event. Again, we're here at the Dinwiddie Sports Complex. I'm Jeff Walters, and I'm here with Ben Walters, no relation. He is a senior at Dinwiddie High School, and we had an opportunity to talk to Coach Mills a little bit in action. Some people we won't see in action. I don't know did you notice, is number 1 suited up, Ben?
I haven't been able to.
Haven't seen. Zach Weaver hurt his ankle last week at Prince George. We're hoping he's back. We will not see 6'6", 300-pound, just absolute terror on the offensive defensive line, Colin Jackson. He will be out one more game through protocol, and he will be back next week, making whoever's across from his life miserable. And we're also, I believe, without one of our tight ends, aren't we?
Khalil Hazelwood.
Yeah, Khalil Hazelwood, ODU offer, Division I type body. He is out with a freak accident during practice a couple weeks ago. He got dislocated his elbow on an indoor practice. Coach said it couldn't happen again if they wanted it to. It was just a terrible freak accident. Stuff like that happens. That's what makes the Generals so great, is that they're able to bounce back and still put on a performance like they did last week against a formidable Prince George team. I thought they were better than I've seen them in a while.
They were.
Yeah, so obviously Dinwiddie's going to have to compete with Messiah Scott from Petersburg. He is a returning all-state player. He is a Western Carolina commit. He is a very, very good quarterback, and I'm sure he's got plenty of people to distribute the ball to, although Mr. Scott is able to take it down the field by himself if he has to. So what else you got to drop in there, Ben, from the interview?
Nothing much, really. I just think it's going to be interesting to see what the Generals do with the tight end position this week, because Zach Weaver filled in there a lot of the week last week, and they might be without him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? 2021, who'd have thought a tight end would matter in football? Usually tight ends aren't that big of a deal, but they are a big deal for the Dinwiddie Generals blocking, and we also get them the ball. So one thing that I think we're gonna look for is we should see a charged up, energetic, hair on fire type of Dinwiddie team. We're not used to being 0-1. We certainly aren't used to be on the outside looking in playoff contention. So one thing we're going to do is we are going to get their best, I think, tonight, and I'm excited.
I can agree with that.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention we have a couple of other people on this production crew. This is a vastly underpaid but overworked production crew. We have Eric Atkins, who is a teacher at Dinwiddie Middle School, working with us. We got Chris Miller, who's a stalwart in the Dinwiddie High School Generals fan base. And then we got Brian Pittman and Alex Roosling on the sideline. We're going to step away for the national anthem, and then we will be back. And we're back here. Again, we're at the Dinwiddie Sports Complex on Route 460 in Sutherland, Virginia, right at the end where it hits 85. We are not playing at Dinwiddie High School. This setup was a little better for us, and we're going to take advantage of it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is going to be time for your Dinwiddie Generals to take the field momentarily. We are few in number, loud in voice, and strong in heart. Ladies and gentlemen, get loud. Those of you that are sitting right there, stop your feet, raise your voices. Let those men on the field know that they have support. They are your generals, ladies and gentlemen.
TikTok?
Getting ready to shoot down the tunnel to bring you a fantastic night.
I'm coming back. Okay.
No.
And we're back here at Dinwiddie High School here on Route 460 at the Dinwiddie Sports Complex, right by the Walmart Distribution Center for those of you from Dinwiddie. We're getting ready for the kickoff here. We just had the national anthem. Looks like we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff here. Ben, another thing that Coach Mills talked to us about that I thought was interesting, when we were talking about some of the players last week at Prairie. I agree. He was hobbling. He must have really rolled that thing pretty good. He was hobbling pretty hard last night, or last week.
Looked pretty bad last week, so I was surprised that he even got back into that game.
I was. When you saw him come off the field, he kind of drug his ankle off the field, and then when I saw him back out there, I was thinking, man, what a warrior. But as you know, with Dinwiddie football, you better be a warrior. You're not going to probably be wearing the navy blue. So it looks like we're just waiting for the Petersburg Crimson Wave to finish a little bit of warm-up here. Dinwiddie looks like they are on the sideline ready to go. Not really sure what the holdup is. Looks like the referee is going to get him going here in just a few minutes. We're going to step away for a commercial break, pay some bills. We'll be right back. I'm just went back. And it's keeping with the COVID protocol, the captains did not go out. You traditionally see the captains go out to the middle of the field, flip the coin, do a big production about who's receiving, who's kicking, who won the toss. That did not happen. The coaches went out. Again, COVID protocol, just had the coaches go out to the center of the field. They flipped the coin. And right now it's a secret as to who is receiving and who is kicking. They will be filling us in here shortly, hopefully. It looks like we'll be kicking the ball from left to right as you look at the screen. And as soon as we have any more information, we'll let you know. I like Ben. This seems trivial, but it means a lot to me. We came out here midweek last week, and they had painted the field the way they traditionally paint it for the Dinwiddie Parks and Rec games, and it was red. And if you know anything about Dinwiddie football, or if you look on our sideline, there's not a whole lot of red in our football program. So we came back today, and it was a pleasant surprise. They had gone back through and covered all the red with blue and outlined the white and blue, which was very nice. Make us feel right at home here at the Dinwiddie Sports Complex.
You're right about that. The field looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. It does. It looks really good. It looks smaller for some reason, but I'm sure that it is the regulation. Looks like Chris walked it. Chris, was it 100 yards? Okay, he walked it. It looked like it was 100 yards, so we're good shape here. I did time Eric in the 100. I'm just going to say he's a much better free throw coach than he is 100-yard dash runner. But for your age, pretty good.
Maybe we can see if you can go out beat us 100 times after the game.
I got you. I'm going to be exhausted after the game just from the sheer amount of energy I put into this, but I will go out there and run it as long as the film crew is going.
Still waiting to see who's receiving, who's kicking.
We are. Looks like the official that's holding the ball looks very anxious about it, too. He's ready. Dinwiddie's ready. I feel like Petersburg has vacated their sideline. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody on their sideline.
No, they're back. They're back behind it.
Okay. Well, what time is it? Is it 7 o'clock? Well, it's 6:55. So take every second you can, right?
Man, like you said earlier, Dinwiddie looks hungry. They are just waiting to get on the field.
They really are. We got guys out there jogging in place, stretching, trying to stay loose. I truly believe, and I may be eating my words here in 20 or 30 minutes, but I truly believe you're going to see a Dinwiddie football team that has their hair on fire after last week and the situation that they're in here with the predicament. With the COVID-shortened season, these teams are each going to play 6 games, so losing one game, it makes it tough to make the playoffs. So it's not impossible, as Coach Mills pointed out. Anything can happen. But only the top 4 teams from Region 4B are going to make the playoffs, and there are 13 teams in the region, so you got to be in the top third. Dinwiddie obviously will get better each game and will be a team to contend with at the end. The matter is, can we just sneak in the back door of the playoffs and make some noise as they did last year? What did they finish up last year, Ben? What was I don't know about their record, but what they lose in the regional championship game?
They did.
Yeah.
Patrick Henry.
Yeah, Patrick Henry. I think they were 500 going into the playoffs last year. Lost in the regional championship game, which that tells you how much better we get as the year goes on. And looks like number 21 kicking off for the Petersburg Crimson Wave. And we're off. Oh, went with a little swift kick. It's covered up.
Covered by number 28, Oscar Cunningham. And the Generals start with a great field position right here.
Yeah, this is really good field position to give him. I don't know if Petersburg meant to do that. I couldn't tell whether he kicked it off the side of his foot or tried something.
It looked like it was intentional.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. Look, it wasn't a bad onside kick. We just had a better recovery.
You talked about Alex Elmore earlier. He's already out there, the first play of the game.
Oh, wow, good for Alex. He had a big week in practice, didn't play much last week, and he's right on the field this week. That's great.
Drumgool goes in motion here.
I would say this is going to be some sort of play we've worked on all week. Best play of the year, trying to just make a big play.
First play of the game, taking a shot downfield. It's caught by Kamari Brown.
Kamari Brown looks like he stood up by a host of Petersburg defenders, but not till after he picked up about 25, 30 yards there.
Huge play right there to start the game for the Generals. Great throw by Brenton Hilton.
That was a great throw, and I like the way Kamari came back and made sure he was the one that came up with that play. There were two Crimson Wave there, but Kamari wanted a little more.
Looks like a QB keeper here for Brent. Another big gain right there.
Yeah, it looks like he got it down to about the 10-yard line. Another first down. So the Generals now are 2 plays, 2 first downs.
Can't get much better of a start than that.
No, really. Let's see him punch it in right here, Ben. That would be big. He was brought down again by a host of Crimson Wave players. Very difficult to see the numbers from up here with the yellow on white, so we're going to do the best we can, Crimson Wave fans.
Hilton rolling out here. Looks like just a throwaway. Right
yeah, it looked like he threw that one away, Ben. That was probably
Hilton rolls out here. Looks like he's taking a shot downfield. Pass is caught by Cedric Drumgool. General's looking to go hurry up here, try to punch it in quickly again.
It's first and goal here, Ben, from the 5.
Yep.
NASCAR.
Hand off to Daniel Campbell, the running back. And he's in.
What a difference a week makes. Daniel looked great on that run.
First carry of the game, he's already in the end zone.
Yeah, first carry of the game. Last week was tough. Prince George was so big up front that they had a hard time. But, boy, Daniel he wanted to get in the end zone, and he muscled that in there. That was a great run right up the middle.
And blocks lined up great right there. Looked perfect.
No, it did. Really looked good. You can see the Generals have spent a lot of time this week, fixing up the things that they had mistakes on last week.
You cannot have been more right about the Generals coming out hungry tonight.
Yeah. Probably ought to get me a headset, get me that on the sideline, I think.
Extra point from Bell is good. And it'll be 14-0 Dinwiddie. A minute and 15 seconds into the game here.
Yeah, 15 seconds into the game, we got Dinwiddie 14-0 over Petersburg. And it looks like Petersburg may have just run into a buzzsaw here. Dinwiddie looks really sharp.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Petersburg bounces back. Tough possession. They fumbled the opening kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their best player hasn't stepped on the field yet. It's 14-0. That's tough. But I can tell you when he does, he can really play. Messiah Scott can really play football. So we're definitely going to have our work cut out for us when they get on the offense.
And I'm sure, based off of last week, they'll be just as hungry as Dinwiddie is coming into tonight.
Yeah. You hope if you're the Petersburg faithful, the air isn't out of the sails. You don't want to be in this position, but you're in it, so now you just got to fight through it.
Well, Tyler Bell will line up to kick it deep again. Second time tonight already.
Let's see what the Generals have this time. And it looks like there's a flag on the field. The ball was blown dead before we even got going.
No signal yet that I can see.
Yeah, trying to find the White person and White Muhammad have switched. And kick to White Muhammad up the field, gets it to about the 25-yard line.
Looked like the tackle was made by number 45, Christopher Parham.
Yeah, Christopher Parham's going to make a lot of tackles. He is a tackling machine.
He is.
And we're going to get our first look here at Messiah Scott for the Petersburg Crimson Wave. He's the quarterback. Looks like they have a good-sized line also. So I think Dinwiddie better stay hungry here.
Right about that. Like we said, you have to imagine Petersburg is chomping at the bit to get back out here.
Absolutely. Looks like Messiah Scott has spent some time in the weight room in the offseason. I bet he's put on 10, 15 pounds. He is a good-looking athlete back there getting ready to take the snap from center. They're going to start in the shotgun. Let's see what happens here.
Pass, run.
Nice tackle right there by Ashton Murray.
Swing pass to number 2.
Brought down by Ashton Murray.
He was brought down immediately by Ashton Murray, and it looks like if they gained an inch, I'd be shocked on that. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Ashton Murray came out playing well tonight. Already 2 big plays for him.
Yeah, Ashton Murray, from all accounts, is a wonderful kid, wonderful player. It's fun to watch him play. Scott goes back to take the snap again.
Hand off.
Ball's hand off.
Pushed out of bounds. Looks like about a loss of 1 by guess who? Ashton Murray.
And looks like King Lewis got a little bump in the backfield as he came off tackle and got knocked out of bounds. That was a great play. Looks like this is going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Don't play. 3rd down, ladies and gentlemen. Start making some noise.
Man, I'll tell you, Ashton's all over the field so far tonight.
Yeah, was he in on that one too?
He was the one who pushed him out of bounds right there.
Wow.
3rd down and 9.
3rd and long here for Petersburg.
Looks like they got a general spot there and got a yard. 3rd and 9. I didn't think he gained any, but again, I'm not officiating the game, so.
As early as it is, so huge play.
It is a big play. Let's see what happens.
4's in motion. He's coming across. Here he goes.
Side get to the outside. He's going to let loose. Looks like the pass.
They say he didn't get his feet down.
Looks like he might have been out of bounds.
Out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah,
4th down coming up. How about your Generals D?
3 and out right there for the Dinwiddie defense.
That was a big 3 and out.
I mean, I'll tell you, starts to a game don't get much better than this.
Yeah, the rollout pass there by Scott, that was on the money. Just looked like a little outside, didn't get his feet in, but he has got a great throwing motion.
It's like Cornell Lucius got the pressure right there, forcing Scott to roll out.
Petersburg's going to line up in the punt formation. Back to punt is number 21, who was also their
Jalen
kicker.
Jackson is going to be your punter.
And
Timeout
looks
taken
like
by Crimson
timeout.
Wave. Well, I have a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Quick reminder that just up the hill, the Dinwiddie Parks and Rec folks are running a concession stand. You can help yourself.
Let me see your light. Back to punt, number 21 for the Crimson Wave. And that was a huge 3-and-out for the Dinwiddie Generals there.
Number 20, Cedric Drumgool's back to receive for the Generals.
If I'm the Crimson Wave, I do not kick it anywhere near Cedric. And he heeded my advice. And the Generals are going to take over a pretty good field position again.
Nice Petersburg bounce right there on the punt, but Generals still going to start inside of the 50.
Yeah, this is their third drive inside the 50, and the last two resulted in very quick touchdowns. Let's see what happens here.
See if the Generals continue to be aggressive.
Yeah. And looks like Marcus King is in at running back here, giving Daniel Campbell a little bit of a break here.
First and 10 here for Dinwiddie. See what they go with here. QB keeper by Hilton.
What a move.
Nice little spin move. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
I believe he is.
It's a beautiful move right there.
I believe he is. Looks like he left the Petersburg defender standing by himself.
Generals looking to go hurry up again.
Kevontae Carson for the Petersburg Crimson Wave on the tackle.
Generals are keeping the pressure on.
They are. They're going NASCAR here for sure.
And
there's Marcus King.
off to King. He's got a big gain.
Big gain by Marcus. Looks like he might have a first down.
It's going to be close if he didn't.
And he got it.
They're going to give it to him.
He got it.
Put some wheels on those sticks. Another first down for the Generals.
Number 1 for the Crimson Wave on the tackle, Jamonte Chavis.
General's still going fast. You have to imagine the Petersburg defense is worn out.
Yeah, it's a little demoralizing. I think we run 6 plays and got 5 first downs, and the one that we didn't get was a touchdown. So it's tough for him.
Hand off to King.
King up the middle. Looks like he might have got 2 or 3 here.
Whole Petersburg D-line in there for that tackle.
Yeah, it looks like a whole host of Petersburg Crimson Wave in there. Bring up second down and
about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here.
Yeah, I'd say 2nd and 8. Number 58 for the Crimson Wave on that tackle, Amir Dickerson. I'll tell you, the Generals really are keeping the pressure on, like you said, Ben. They are just running. They're running plays so quickly.
Jet sweep to Cedric Drumgool here.
Yeah,
got a nice little gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, nice tackle there on the other side of the field by number 1, Jamonte Chavis. Made a really good tackle. Probably saved about 6 or 7 yards there. Cedric was cutting inside, getting ready to get going.
It's going to bring him about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 here for the Generals.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. I like 3rd and 2 better.
It's a lot nicer.
Yeah, we got a lot more plays for 3rd and 2 than 3rd and 3.
Hilton with the QB.
Brenton keeps it. Looks like he got the first down and a little more.
Definitely hasn't up to the first. That's going to bring up 1st and goal here.
Looked like 2 or 3 Crimson Wave there on the tackle. The first one there appears to have been number 12. None other than quarterback Messiah Scott on the tackle there, playing from the defensive back position.
It's like 1st and goal from about the 3 here for the Generals.
It is. Beauty of high school football. Put your best players on the field. I love it.
Hilton throws across the middle.
And
it's caught by
that's
Cedric
a touchdown.
Drumgool for the touchdown. 2nd of the night already.
2nd of the night. Boy, what a pass. Brenton darted that ball in there, didn't he? That ball was absolutely on a rope. And it's
20-0 Dinwiddie.
20-0, and we still got some time left in the 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first quarter.
Tyler Bell will come out to attempt the extra point here. He's been perfect so far tonight. See if he can stay that way.
Yeah, Tyler Bell's going to have to ice his foot at halftime. He is kicking the ball a lot.
He is getting a lot of action, for sure. Extra point is good.
And with 7:45 left in the first quarter, we got a game. It's 21-0. You mentioned Ashton Murray earlier. I wanted to, every year the Dinwiddie Generals do captains, and they vote, and they do all the votes and everything, and they did the voting, and the top 4 captains were announced, and Ashton Murray wasn't one of them. And one of the Dinwiddie General captains, Chris Parham, number 45, he's one of our linebackers. He recognized how hard Ashton had worked all throughout the offseason, and, he said, Coach, I want Ashton to be a captain. He can have my spot. And that's what we're dealing with when we're dealing with Dinwiddie football, these types of kids that are selfless. It's all about the team. And Coach Mills told us that story during the interview, and he was really moved by that. And in typical Coach Mills fashion, we now have 5 captains for the first time since I've been around Dinwiddie football, and I thought that was just a really classy act by Chris Parham.
Such a great story.
Yeah, it is.
It takes a lot if you're Chris Parham to go up and do that. Be willing to give up your captain spot for someone else.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And from all, from what Coach was saying, what Chris was saying, Ashton deserved it. He's a hard worker. He's a leader. And he didn't even apply for the captainship. So I was happy for him. And the Generals getting ready to kick off here. Looks like the same people back for the Crimson Wave. Number 4, White Muhammad on the carry. Gets it out to about the 22, it looks like. 26, excuse me.
Whole host of tacklers there. It looked like number 18, Savon McDowell, got there first for the Generals.
Yep, and we're going to have our second drive for the Petersburg Crimson Wave. They've run three offensive plays this game so far, so we haven't really seen much, but we're going to, I can assure you. Explosive offense they got that's going to take off eventually.
See if the Generals defense can get the ball back again here for their offense, try to keep the momentum going their way.
Yeah, you already see, we talked about on the way up here, we've already had some changes. You got Christopher Parham in there at middle linebacker because of the Zachary Weaver injury. Looks like Messiah kept that and got about a yard, maybe 2 out of that.
Looked like number 18, Savon McDowell on the tackle right there.
Yeah, that was a very sure tackle. Good tackle there. I think he probably... So it looks like because they're going to keep it at 2nd and 10. He fell forward for a little bit, but not quite a yard. Looked like a busted play. It looked like the quarterback might have run into the running back in the backfield there. Maybe somebody got their wires crossed.
2nd and long here for the Crimson Wave.
Petersburg in the shotgun, as I think every snap this game for both teams has been in the shotgun. High snap.
Taking a shot downfield.
Ball
here.
is aired out. Drumgoole, did he keep it? He was out of bounds. Great catch.
Picked off by Cedric Drumgoole, but he couldn't quite get a foot down.
Yeah, my Lord.
It's a great play right there.
That was a heck of a play. He turned himself around, got his head around, tried to keep a foot in, didn't quite keep it in. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Crimson Wave after an incomplete pass from Messiah Scott to White Muhammad.
Great coverage right there by Cedric.
Yeah, that was great coverage, Cedric Drumgoole is as good as they get when it comes to defense and offense. He's one of our star players for sure.
Seeing him play such a high level both ways is a treat to watch.
It really is. He's a good ball player. It's fun to watch. We're going to miss him next year, aren't we?
We are. 3rd and long here for Petersburg.
Messiah Scott running for his life.
It's like Ben Pfister and Cornell Lucius
get outside. He does get outside, but he's not going to have nearly enough for a first down. It looks
pushed out of bounds by number 45.
Yeah, it looks like he might have lost 4 yards there, Ben. Looked like a hard hit out of bounds. It may have been a little late. It's hard to tell.
Late hit right there. Yeah, I can't really tell from our angle.
Yeah. That's one of those plays. Everybody's going 100 miles per hour, going full speed. Yeah, personal foul on the Generals there.
Unfortunate penalty right there. Think you're about to get off the field with a stop and you get hit with a late hit.
Yeah.
Like Ben Pfister and Cornell Lucius, like I said, got pressure right there, forcing Scott to roll out.
Yeah, and
it's done that multiple times already.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. You're Cornell Lucius and Ben Pfister. You're going full speed. He's getting to the sideline. He's making juts and jives. He's trying to make a play. He's pumping the ball like he's going to throw it. It's easy for that sideline to close in. You make a little bit of a late hit. It's part of the game. I don't think Coach Mills is going to sweat too much about that because those guys were playing hard. It looks like the Crimson Wave are going to take it from the Generals' 40-yard line. From their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10. 6:43 left to go in the first quarter. 21-0 Dinwiddie. Getting the play from the sideline. They're going to adjust their running back. It's a playoff tackle. Looks like that might have been a read option to number... Who was that running back, Chris? Number 23, Rakeem Lewis on the carry. Didn't get much there.
No room right there. Looked like Cornell Lucius was the first one in the backfield.
Yeah. Cornell's going to spend a lot of time in the backfield, it looks like. Second and 10 for the Crimson Wave after a very minimal no-gain play there.
Generals defense doing a great job stopping the run so far tonight.
Well, they've stopped them every, they've run 6 plays and we've stopped them each time. The only first down they got has been.
Scott going to take a shot.
Oh!
He had his man, but couldn't quite haul it in.
Well, and that just shows you, he just threw that ball, 35, 40 yards on a rope. Just a little overthrew number 6 there for the Crimson Wave, Clarence Claiborne. But he threw that ball on a rope, a little bit on the run, didn't even have his shoulders into it. He has got a cannon.
Like a little bit of a busted coverage right there almost from Dinwiddie. Cedric Drumgoole was the closest guy, but he wasn't that close.
Yeah, and I don't think Cedric Drumgoole saw the ball. He turned, and as he turned, it looks like the ball went by his windshield, and he never saw it. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Crimson Wave with 5:54 left in the first quarter. 21-0 Dinwiddie. Snap over his head. He's going to chase that, and that's going to be it.
He's going to have to fall on top of it right there.
Yeah, that's tough for the Crimson Wave. And it looks like it's going to be 4th and a long way for the Crimson Wave, and they're certainly going to have to run out the punting team.
Looks like Komari Brown's going to be back to receive the punt for Dinwiddie.
And I like it. It looks like my man Ben Pfister is going to be easy to spot tonight with his tie-dye shirt under his jersey. Thank you, Mr. Pfister. We appreciate that. Looks like a fake punt by the Crimson Wave. Looks like maybe a block in the back. Didn't quite get there, though.
Man,
no flag on the field. That was a gutsy play.
Almost got it.
He almost did. I think he might have been the benefit of a block in the back they missed. But it's going to bring up.
Couldn't really see who got the tackle right there for Dinwiddie.
No, I couldn't. I'll be honest, Ben. I wasn't expecting them to fake that punt. That was a gutsy call. I don't know if it was a called fake punt or just a accidental fake punt, but Dinwiddie did a good job of securing it because I'm sure they weren't expecting it either.
Caught me very off guard, too.
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone in the stadium expected that.
No. General's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 43.
Hilton going to roll out the pass right here. Looking downfield, just a little bit out of the reach of Cedric Drumgoole.
Yeah, it looks like the closest member of the Crimson Wave was number 4, White Muhammad.
Looks like Cedric's definitely becoming one of Brenton's favorite targets.
Yeah. I think if I was the quarterback, I'd be throwing the ball to Cedric Drumgoole a lot, too.
It's never a bad idea to throw the ball to Cedric.
He seems to be more positive than negative. It looks like Marcus King has stayed in the game here. Not sure. I'm sure this looks like a split because Daniel Campbell looked very good on that possession.
Hilton dropping back to pass here.
Looks like a free play here for the Generals.
It's caught by number 22, Justin Turner.
Tackle made by number 1 for the Crimson Wave, Jamonte Chavis. I think that might have been a free play unless they just didn't stop on a pre-snap.
Looks like Dinwiddie's walking back.
False start. I'm not sure why we ran that play, why we played that play then. But false start it was.
Nullifies a big play right there.
Yeah, that was a big play. Now he did that flag came out almost immediately, so it's hard to argue. He saw what he saw. I just thought they would have blew the play dead.
It's traditionally what happens on a false start. Not really sure what the exception was here.
Yeah. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for the Generals from their Petersburg 49-yard line. Dinwiddie has still not run a play inside their own territory in this game. 4:58 left in the first quarter. 21-0 Dinwiddie.
Hilton going to drop back to pass here. Short little throw, Cedric Drumgoole. What a move right there.
Holy moly.
He's got a massive gain.
That was amazing.
Man, talk about turning nothing into something.
Looks like the tackle was made by number 3, Kelvonte Carson. Big hit, but boy, man, Cedric made a really, really nice move there to get in the open field. I'm still not sure the Petersburg defender knows where he is.
It's like a screen here to number 32, Alex Elmore.
Alex Elmore on the catch. I believe that's his first catch of the season. Maybe his first varsity catch. Nothing wrong with that. He caught the ball, went upfield. That's what you're supposed to do. Got tackled by number 6, Clarence Claiborne.
Gain of about 6 right there. Going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Not bad. As a high school football player, you're averaging 6 yards a catch at this point. You do that twice, you get a first down.
2nd and 4 here for the Generals. Handoff.
Give it to him again.
To Elmore. He's got the outside.
To the outside, puts his head down. Looks like he might have got a first down there.
Got enough for the first down for sure. Nice gain right there by
Yeah,
Elmore.
it was. Kilvantre Carson, number 3 on the tackle, but not till Alex got his first down. So he's now 2 plays, 2 positive, looking good.
Making an impact for sure.
Absolutely. Coach said he would. He was one of the players to watch, right?
Yep. Handoff here to Marcus King. And he
Straight
is
up the
untouched
middle.
into the end zone.
Yeah. Ben, I think he might have scored that touchdown in a flag football game. I don't think anybody touched him.
No, he was just the clearest path ever.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it was a blown coverage on the run scheme for the Crimson Wave or what, but, well, I guess I should assume it was just outstanding blocking from the Generals.
You could have driven one of those Walmart trucks.
I think I might have. Ben, I think he might have scored that touchdown in a flag football game. I don't think anybody touched him.
No, he was just a clear.
And with 3:43 left in the first quarter, the Dinwiddie Generals are on top 28-0. And if this is not a hair on fire game, I don't know what is.
Got to give you that. You were right about that one.
And I'm going to remind you how right I was about their hair on fire the entire game. I'm certainly going to be hitting Coach Atkins up for a raise here. He's nodding his head, so I think I'm good. He just walked in the press box.
I think you have certainly earned the right to brag thus far
Absolutely.
about your prediction.
Absolutely.
Well, Tyler Bell going to come out to kick deep again. Seems like Tyler Bell's on the field a lot tonight.
He is. Tyler Bell is the most active player we got.
Staying very busy.
Looks like the Crimson Wave have number 28, Jonathan Bolden, number 3, Kilvante Carson, and number 4, White Muhammad back to receive the kick. They keep switching who's in the back there. I guess they're just trying to find that combination that works right here. Here's kick. Looks like he might have caught a fair catch. Yeah. It looks like he might have surprised himself by calling it. Devon Green with a fair catch.
Looks like Petersburg will start it around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Petersburg going to start at their own 27. 1st and 10. I'm going to put money that they're going to come out in the shotgun. I don't think we've had anything but shotgun snaps from both teams the entire game.
Now, you know if you get this right, you can't start calling yourself Tony Romo predicting plays and all
Well, I'm pretty sure Messiah is going to handle the ball this play also. So.
Ball's marked on the 31.5-yard line. 1st and 10 for Petersburg.
Petersburg comes out in a spread formation. Sorry, that's a designed run right there. He took the ball and ran, and his athleticism is going to get him some yardage there.
Nice gain right there. Tackle by number 11, Christian Drummond.
Yeah, he was almost tackled in the backfield there. He stepped out of a tackle, and I can't help but think that build, just the strength to stay out of that tackle helped him. Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 8. He didn't get quite as many as I thought, but
it did look like he got about 5 or 6.
It did, but I'll tell you, had he been tackled on initial contact, he'd have lost 4 or 5. I mean, he was dead to rights in the backfield, so the fact that he didn't lose yards was pretty impressive. It looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
That's why we're up here doing play-by-play and not working the chains.
That's exactly right. Chain crew does an excellent job here at Dinwiddie, though. Looks like is it going to be a scoop and score?
Another takeaway for this
Number 26 for the Crimson Wave. Looked like an unforced fumble, but we had a little scoop and score situation. He just looks like he got a little tied up.
Another player that Coach Mills told us about this week, Trey McBride, coming in and recovering that fumble.
Yeah, I think I remember talking about Trey McBride at the beginning of the game also. I'm literally 5 for 5 tonight.
You got that from Coach Mills. You can't claim that one.
I can't claim that one?
No, not quite. Well, Trey McBride and Alex Elmore, 2 players Coach Mills said to watch, both coming out making an impact.
He did, and it was interesting because when he was telling us about that, he was talking about how it's hard to flip that switch during the game, But those guys practice so hard he never has to worry about it. Well,
Hand
it's
off to
true.
Daniel Campbell.
And there goes Daniel Campbell into the end zone.
Too. His second of the night.
Yeah, I tell you, Daniel looks a lot more comfortable this game.
He does.
The first game against Prince George, he didn't look as comfortable. He looked like when the initial contact was taking him down, but he's just running through tackles right now. Both of his touchdown runs have those guys practice so hard he never has to worry about it. Well, so that's good for that young man. There goes Daniel Campbell into the end zone.
His second of the night.
Yeah. And look out, if he gets in the open field, he is a 55-meter hurdle champion, and Coach Mills said he will not be caught if he's in the open field. He is gone.
Extra point from Bell is perfect again, and with about 3 minutes left here in the first quarter, we got Dinwiddie 35, Petersburg 0.
3 minutes and 18, and I'll tell you, the Dinwiddie Generals are really putting on a show and playing hard here, and you got to be happy for these young men. They I'm sure they had a hard week of practice. You know, you lose your opening game to a team you're expected to beat, and then you come out here and you put on a display like this in the first quarter. It's just demoralizing for the Crimson Wave, who are not this. They're a much better team than they're showing right now. And for the Dinwiddie Generals, this could be one of those things that spurs them to going 5-1 this season.
Like you said, Petersburg gotten very unlucky so far, fumbling their first kickoff.
Yeah,
just an unforced fumble right there on their last drive.
Well, in the last fumble, there was no contact there. I think he just mishandled the ball. Got outside. I think he was going to be tackled for a loss anyway, but that's much better in that situation than a scoop and score possibility for the Generals.
Tyler Bell will kick off once again here.
Looks like the same players back there. Number 4, White Muhammad. Number 28, Jonathan Bolden. And number 3, Kilmonte Carson. Carson's going to field the kickoff. Makes a nice move. He's in the open field.
Got a lot of yards here. Gets a block out in front.
He's at the 20. Oh, at the 30-yard line. He's tripped up, saving a touchdown there. I didn't see who that was, Ben.
Like number 28, Oscar Cunningham.
Oscar Cunningham. Number 3, Kilmonte Carson.
Yeah, if the Crimson Wave are going to get back into this game, that's exactly what they need right there.
Yeah, he just took that about 60 yards back, and it looks like there is a flag back at the Crimson Wave 32-yard line.
I think that's a hold based on
and there are 22 players wearing helmets walking the other way. That's never a good sign for Coach Scott.
Will be a hold on the Crimson Wave.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Tough break.
That is a tough break, and I know I'm a Dinwiddie guy. But you hate to see a kid work so hard for a run and get it taken away. But football's a game where there's 22 bodies on the field, and all 22 got to be doing something right for it to stand. So somebody held, they brought it back.
Oh, so that huge return will be nullified. Petersburg will start at about their own 25.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to start at their 20, actually. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crimson Wave.
Big difference between starting at Dinwiddie's 20 and starting at your own 20.
Yeah, it really is. That's a shame. That was a great return by that young man, number 3, Kilmonte Carson. Looks like number 4 in motion, White Muhammad. They flipped the ball out to him. Looks like it's mishandled. That was almost like a jet sweep, but they tried to throw the jet sweep. Instead of handing it to him, they let him go by and try to throw it to him.
It was a good play design. Looked like he had some space in front of him. Just complete the catch.
I think number 4 for the Crimson Wave is a pretty good athlete. I'd be trying to get the ball in his hands when I could also. It looks like he can really run with it. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. We got 3:01 left here in the first quarter. The scoreboard is correct, 35-0 Generals. Everything has just gone their way. Messiah back to pass. Pass over to White Muhammad. He's taken down, but not until he gets the first earned first down for the Crimson Wave tonight. That is their second first down. The first one was on a penalty. Nice out route, nice catch, nice run.
Beautiful play right there. Looked like the tackle was made by number 16, Howard Spencer.
A lot of new names for the Generals back there. It's nice to see some young kids stepping up and making plays.
Just shows how deep they are, as Coach Mills was telling us. They have a lot of good DBs and linebackers.
Yeah. We moved Chris Parham up to middle linebacker from safety last week, and I think he said we got better in the defensive backfield, not because Chris left, but because we had other defensive backs that needed on the field. Looks like Scott lost his feet.
Ben Pfister will be credited with that sack, though.
I think so. But it looks like he lost 4 yards on that. His feet moved Chris Parham up to middle linebacker from safety last week. So the Crimson Wave are going to be in a hole here, 2nd and 14 from their own 33-yard line. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. I keep wanting to say second quarter looking at the score. It is the first quarter.
I'll tell you that General's defensive line's doing a great job getting pressure.
They really are.
Pfister and Cornell Lucius, just to name 2 off the top.
I mean, absolutely. They are in the backfield every play. Messiah Scott is running for his life. He's back there again, unblocked.
Not much there.
No, 57 on that play.
Looks like about a loss of 1 right there.
Yeah, it looks like a inside trap there for the Crimson Wave. Didn't gain much there. Maybe lost a yard, actually. 3rd and 15.
3rd and a mile for the Crimson Wave.
Yeah, I think right here, if you're Coach Scott for the Crimson Wave, you call something conservative and punt the ball and try to play some defense, but
maybe they'll fake the punt again. Who knows?
Down 35-0, I guess. I'm wrong.
A high snap right there. Great job by Scott to catch it.
Got to the outside. Good athlete. Looks like he got the first down.
He's going to get the first. Great downfield blocking right there by the Crimson Wave. Great
really,
play right there by Scott.
Yeah, really. Some of the bigs up front for the Crimson Wave are down for a blocking. Number 55 for the Crimson Wave was downfield. That was Keith Young. He's down 35 or 15, 20 yards down the field making a block. Let's see what we got here. It looked like a first down on the run. The officials are talking here. Holding on the defense. Okay, it must have been in the secondary. Yeah, I wouldn't take that penalty either. I'd decline that. That's right. Right at the 50-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Messiah Scott's going to come to the line. Scott in the shotgun as he has been every looks like absolutely looks like Rakeem Lewis next to him. Oh. Yeah, that was a big play there by the Generals. Looks like Scott might be a little shaken up there. Yeah, I don't think Scott saw him coming, and those are the worst. When you don't see the guy coming and he hits you square, it's tough. It's going to be 2nd and 13. It looks like the Crimson Wave might be content to just let the clock run out and try their luck in the second quarter. Yeah, I think Messiah is still clearing out the cobwebs there. He got clobbered on that last play. But I'll tell you, he's tough as nails. Look at him. There ain't no way he was coming out of the game, I can tell you that. Well, Ben, I'm not sure Coach Mills, if we gave him a pen and a piece of paper and told him right up how the first quarter should go, he would pick anything different than that.
His defense and special teams is forcing turnovers. The offense is looking fluent, moving at their own will.
Yeah.
Textbook start right
Yeah, the Brenton is throwing ropes.
The offensive line's blocking great. The run game's working.
Daniel Campbell's running the ball well. Marcus King came in and ran the ball really well. The defense is in the backfield every play. They've contained Messiah Scott the first quarter, and it's just hard to believe that Coach Mills isn't ecstatic. Now, he's not going to look ecstatic. He's still out there screaming, yelling. He looks like he's in a linebacker stance right now talking to his defense. He's never settled. He's never going to be satisfied, but he's got to be happy. Absolutely.
Since we started about a year ago with all of the mitigation plans and whatnot, these folks worked tirelessly. Thank you again to our first.
The Crimson Wave are going to be going right to left here after the quarter change. They're going to be at their own 47-yard line with 2nd and 13. And again, folks, the little tape at the bottom or top of the screen is not wrong. It is 35-0 Dinwiddie if you're just joining us. Dinwiddie has absolutely put on a first quarter clinic of football.
Very different game than last week, for sure.
It really is. Everything about it is different. Obviously, we're in Dinwiddie County, and there's no better place to be for football than Dinwiddie County. That's number one. Number two, the field is dry. The air is crisp. It's not a, wet game with a bunch of, muddy guys pushing each other around the field. This is a football game the way Dinwiddie likes to play it, and it's showing that it's really working out well for Dinwiddie.
Second and about 12 or 13 here for Petersburg to open up the second quarter.
It is Messiah Scott with Rakeem Lewis astride. Let's see what the Crimson Wave are going to do here. He's going to roll out to the left. Wow, somebody shot him through a cannon. He was in the backfield before Messiah had a chance.
Wow, what a throw right there.
That was a great throw.
And Savon McDowell came through there with his head on fire.
Savon McDowell looked like he got a running start from about 20 yards deep. He was at full stride by the time he got back there. It's amazing, but he didn't get Messiah Scott for the sack.
That's just a testament to how athletic Messiah Scott is.
Really is. He changed directions. He probably threw the ball across the field, up the field about 15 yards. That was probably about a 30-yard throw on the run and almost completed it.
I mean, he's special to watch for sure.
Yeah. Western Carolina is really going to enjoy his services. I hope that he goes there and he just sets the world on fire for him because he's a good football player.
Well, third and long again here for Petersburg. Seems like they've been in a lot of these so far.
Scott back to pass. Looks like he's going to coverage draw. And,
Looks like they're going to get another lead.
yeah, again, a little over-aggressive.
That's tough. It's hard to call. It's hard to see from over here. Can't really tell how late it is.
Yeah, and there's another penalty. Looks like I just saw a white hat fly.
You have to guess that's some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. It's never a good sign when the guy who wants to throw a flag doesn't have a flag because already thrown one, so he has to throw his hat. But I tell you, it was a big hit, and that bench is awfully close, and he did go into that bench, and he may have been out of bounds for all I know.
It's very hard to see from over here.
Yeah, that's not characteristic of a Dinwiddie football team. It was a unsportsmanlike conduct call and a late hit out of bounds on the Generals. That's going to cost them 30 yards, I think.
It's a big swing right there.
Yeah, see, the thing I see there, Ben, when you have a call like that, whether it's a good call or not, doesn't matter what sport you're playing. The official makes a mistake or he doesn't make a mistake, doesn't really matter. You run back to the huddle, you can play the next play. You can't make anything better by arguing the call. Nothing could be made better.
Couldn't quite see what constitutes bad unsportsmanlike conduct.
No.
Words that were said.
Yeah, there was no way for us to tell, but I did see the official's hat come flying out of there. He's coming over to give Coach Mills an explanation of what's going on here, but we're going to need a break for the official after that mark-off. I mean, he just went 30 yards down the field, and he's still walking. Somebody get that man some water. And it looks like after all the damage is done, it's going to be – I don't think either team knows where the ball is. The whole defense and the whole offense is set up past the ball.
A lot of confusion for sure.
Yeah. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Crimson Wave after the late hit and unsportsmanlike conduct. The head official gave Coach Mills the explanation. Coach Mills seemed to – I don't know that he liked it, but he accepted it, and we're going to move on. He's not doing a whole lot of arguing about it.
If you're a Petersburg fan, you love to see this. Something to get your offense going.
Yeah. Certainly within striking distance here at the 15-yard line. You got Messiah Scott with Rakeem Lewis astride. They're going to go up the middle to Rakeem. It looks like he may gain a yard if he's lucky. He got tripped up in the backfield there.
A lot of Denver's players right there again.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite tell who made the tackle.
Yeah, no, it was a nice tackle, shoestring tackle for sure. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 14-yard line for the Crimson Wave. And same setup here with Rakeem just moving to the other side of Messiah. High snap, ball up the middle again. He is.
Chris Parham, number 45, was in there at the backfield.
Yeah, Chris Parham stacked him up almost immediately on that one, and Mr. Lewis had nowhere to go. He looked up after he got the ball, and there was Chris Parham staring down his face mask. 3rd and 9. Looks like from about the 15 or 16-yard line.
3rd and long again for Petersburg here. Seems like they've been fighting 3rd and longs all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamonte Chavis checks into the game for the Crimson Wave, and they're going to make one more substitution here. The nice thing about it, it seems like it takes forever, but neither team seems to huddle, so you got a lot of time to make substitutions, and they stand around at the front at the line a lot. So, and ball's up the middle again. They're going to test the Generals' interior defense.
Chris Parham's in there on that tackle, along with pretty much the whole Generals defense.
Yeah, I can't help but think you go through up the middle. This one you fake it. Scott keeps it around the wide side of the field, and let's just see if he's a good enough athlete to get it into the end zone. Now, if I'm thinking that, you would have to imagine the Generals are thinking that too, but we'll see.
It's like Petersburg's offense is going to stay on the field here.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think not much of a choice here. You got to try to get a touchdown here. A field goal really doesn't do anything. Yeah, it looks like they got the running back behind the quarterback here. He's been on the side a couple other times, but yeah, they faked it. Looks like, and it looks like a catch.
That's a heck of a throw on the run right there by Scott.
That was a touchdown for number 4, White Muhammad from Messiah Scott. Looked like a 16-yard touchdown. Nice throw. He was on the run there. And it looks like Petersburg's going to line up to go for 2 here. Messiah keeps it. He got the ball out. Did he get in? He did not get there. Immediate signal. So after a nice drive aided by some penalties for the Crimson Wave, a bullet laser touchdown pass from Messiah Scott is going to make the game 35-6. Dinwiddie with 9:11 to go in the second quarter. And after that series there by the Crimson Wave, although it was aided by some penalties, you had to feel good if you're the Crimson Wave because you got your quarterback doing what he does best. He got out in the open. He got to run around a little bit. He threw a laser in there to their best receiver, it seems, number 4, White Muhammad, and they scored a touchdown. They didn't get the 2-point conversion, but it did get them on the board, which was important.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big confidence booster for Petersburg.
Absolutely.
The way this game's going so far, putting together a nice drive like that.
Yeah. Now, if you're the Crimson Wave, you're looking for a 3 and out, which has been tough for them so far. Dinwiddie's been pretty fluid on offense, but we'll see what happens here. Nice kick.
I think that'll be Daniel Campbell back to return right here for Generals.
Number 21 with the kick. Daniel Campbell to the outside. He is fast, folks, and he's hit.
Pushed out of bounds right there.
Pushed out of bounds. Looks like he was pushed out of bounds by the kicker. Number 21, we don't have a name for him, I'm sorry. Number 21 kicked the ball, made the tackle. He's doing everything on that play. I wish I had the young man's name, but I don't. It's not on their roster. But that was a pretty darn good play by him.
Great return right there by Daniel, breaking 2 tackles.
Yeah. I love seeing Daniel Campbell run through tackles. Last week he struggled with that, and this week he did. And I guarantee you that's something they worked on this week in practice, and he looks great out there right now. He looks like a force to be reckoned with.
He's got a lot of yards in front of him. Great blocking by the offense.
Marcus King tackled by a host of Crimson Wave, but led by number 23, Raheem Lewis.
Second down and short.
And Dinwiddie here at their own 38-yard line, 39-yard line of the Crimson Wave. Should have been picked. That ball was dropped. It was right in his hands. I know he'd like to have that one back. Clarence Claiborne hit him in a bad spot. I know it's easy to say up here he should have caught that, but when you're down there on the field moving around, going full speed, balls coming at you, you're cold, what have you, it's tough to catch. He just didn't make the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Generals. Yeah, I don't think he threw it far enough. I think Kamar was supposed to break it off, but you're going to see Brenton Hilton special right up the middle for a first down. I'll tell you what I love about that play, too. The Generals, both receivers, number 13, I can't see who's on the other side, but both receivers ran a route like they were really going out for a pass at full speed. And let me tell you, that makes a big difference because you take 2 defenders with you. So that's always a sign of a well-coached team when you run the ball up the middle and the receivers run hard routes on the outside. 1st and 10 for the Generals at the Crimson Wave 33. Hilton. Cedric is. He is tough in the open field, isn't he? Wow, he is electric. Yeah, I missed the number of the young man over there on the Crimson Wave sideline that missed that tackle. He probably is not going to want me to say it because he got juked pretty good, but he was just a little out of position, and Cedric just made a heck of a play. He is tough in the open field. That brings it to 41-6 with a chance to make it 42 here. We got 7:48 left to go in the half. I missed the number of the young man over there on the Crimson Wave. The Generals, dare I say, came out with their hair on fire.
They did. Extra point from Bell looks to be good. He's still perfect on his extra points for the night, and Dinwiddie will go 42-6.
And I noticed Tyler running awfully fast over here to the sideline. I'm sure he's trying to get a little ice between between kicks because he has kicked the ball a lot.
He is. He is definitely breaking a sweat out there tonight with how much he's running.
And the Dinwiddie cheerleaders there on the sideline are in the midst of their 42 jumping jacks.
I'm sure they're not quite as happy about the football team is scoring so much.
No, I'm sure you're going to hear from one of the cheerleaders in particular tonight about how many jumping jacks they had to
I can agree with you on that.
She's not big in the jumping jacks, I know for a fact.
Looks like at this rate, the Generals might touch 100 jumping jacks.
Yeah.
He's saying he's not here. Tyler Bell's getting ready to kick things off.
Sure everything's connected good.
We also have White
All right, and back for the Crimson Wave. Same. Kick is away. Number 4, White Muhammad. He's going to get outside.
Got some nice blocks right there. Great open field tackle right there. Number 28, Oscar Cunningham on the tackle.
That was great containment. I'll tell you, that was just really good containment because number 4, he was moving. White Muhammad can run, and he was on the outside, and had he not tackled him, he'd still be running.
I mean, open field tackle is one of the hardest things to do in football, and Oscar did it great right there.
Yeah, that wrestling background is coming through for him.
Looks like Petersburg started about their own 22, 23, somewhere around there.
Yeah. 7:40 here to go in the second quarter, 42-6, the Generals lead. Petersburg's coming back out. Last possession, they were able to score a touchdown on a rollout pass. So let's see what they can do this time.
Yeah, see if they can replicate that drive.
Yeah.
Had a great drive last time.
Let's hope they don't replicate it too closely. 30 of those yards were penalty yards by the Generals.
That is true.
Scott back to pass. Oh, collapsed on him. Athletic ability keeps him there. And he's going to step out of bounds after about a gain of 6.
It looked like
he is lucky that he didn't end up on his backside because somebody shot through a cannon and hit him, and he just absorbed it and took off.
Looks like number 57 got that first shot at him. Ben Pfister also had a shot at him on the outside, but
yeah,
Messiah's way too fast.
Yeah, I don't think Ben should be too ashamed of that because let me tell you, there's not many people that are going to get him to the ground one-on-one on the outside like that.
Getting about 6 right there. We'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah. You like the fact that the Dinwiddie defense is getting their hands on Messiah in the backfield a lot. Almost every play, it seems.
Oh, that high snap right
snap, there. And wow.
Man, it's going to be a huge loss right there. Tyler Veeney on the tackle.
Yeah. Mr. Bolden did not have a chance on that play on the little shuffle. He was engulfed the second he touched the ball there. Backfield a lot. Almost every play, it seems.
Oh, that high snap.
Absolutely. I think if I'm Coach Scott from the Crimson Wave, I'd put that one away for a while. That did not fool anybody.
I believe that's Tyler Veeney's first tackle of the night, and man, was it a great one.
It was a great tackle. He was all over it. He certainly didn't let him out of his grip.
Nope. Lost a 5 right there. Bring up another 3rd and long for Petersburg.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. They're back to their own, looks like 24-yard line. Scott Lewis next to him. High snap.
Play action right there. He's
Fake the pass, and he's going to be taken down after about a gain of 2, maybe 1.
Not nearly enough for the first. We'll see what Petersburg decides to do here on 4th down.
And tackle there by number 21, Ashton Murray, I think, for the Generals. My spotter over here saw it. And it looks like it's going to bring up 4th and 9 for the Crimson Wave, but I don't think we can rule out a fake punt after the first quarter.
Looks like their offense is going to stay on the field here.
Well, I think we can definitely rule out a fake punt at that point. You could probably rule out anything except for a normal play.
And you were on fire tonight.
Yeah. You know, I'm getting old. I run out of steam quick.
Looks like a timeout right here.
Looks like the Generals took a timeout. Coach Mills is not happy about something.
Timeout taken by the Generals.
And again, I think that's what makes him a special coach. Is up 42-6. He takes a timeout because his players weren't lined up, and he's not going to put them out there when they're not in the best position to make a play. So that's pretty impressive. And what do you know? Oh, Cedric almost got on the field. You see Cedric tried to join the huddle with his helmet on, just kind of blend in with the rest of the players. He was sent back to the sideline. I think he wants to be out there, though. It's safe to say.
I think about everyone wants to be out there right now. The whole team just looks so determined to get back on track after last week.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Definitely seeing a much different football team.
We really are. You know, the Crimson Wave, while they are awfully athletic, they're not nearly as big as the Royals were, and that did give Dinwiddie a little bit of trouble. But I'll be honest with you, if we were playing the Royals, I think we'd be playing just as well because there's nothing. It's really not what the Crimson Wave aren't doing; it's what we're doing that's making the difference right now.
You definitely can't roll out a fake punt now as Petersburg lines up in punt formation. Number 13, Kalmari Brown back to return for Dinwiddie.
I think I was just a little ahead of the play. I thought for sure.
Well, they will actually punt here this time.
Ball's punted, fielded.
Looks like got a lot of room to the outside here. Gets a block from Ben Pfister.
Is he going to make a move here? Nope. Again, number 21, if I knew that young man's name.
He's saving a lot of touchdowns tonight.
He is. It's a good and bad. It's a blessing and a curse. If your kicker's making tackles, that's good. If your kicker's making tackles, that's not good. That means 10 other guys missed it because he's usually the last one down there, but he certainly is making tackles. Nope. Again, number 21, if I knew that young man's name.
He's saving a lot of.
It was. Let's see what the Generals can do here.
Playing very well. Pass by Hilton is caught by Kalmari Brown. Touchdown, Generals.
That was a Kalmari special. He ran the ball back, then caught the touchdown. I like that. You reward the guy who got you there.
Yep. 48-6, Dinwiddie now. Tyler Bell will come out to try his 7th extra point of the night.
Yep.
See if he can stay perfect.
Let's see.
Very well. Pass by Hilton is caught by Kalmari Brown.
Looks like the Dinwiddie cheer squad is going to have their work cut out after this extra point.
Yeah, they are not loving this.
I'm starting to see young ladies over there stretch, get ready. You know, they're doing a lot of jumping jacks.
This one from Bell is right down the middle again. Bell stays perfect.
Almost in the trash thing. That was good. He just missed it.
That's probably what he's aiming for at this point.
I think it's cool. We go to Hopewell. It's funny because they have a little window back there. And Cody Bell used to be, I don't think he's related to Tyler, but they used to be a kicker. Maybe he is. I'm not sure. But Cody used to tell me he used to try to hit that window on the Hopewell building. I don't know if he ever did or not, but I thought that was kind of cool. I guess kickers have to look at something in the background. Yeah, Cody usually kicked it too hard for it to hit the window.
Well, here with about 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter, Dinwiddie has a commanding 49-6 lead. Yeah,
this we're getting ready to see either a overwhelming win or a very special comeback, and I'm guessing leaning towards the first one.
Well, either way, we're in for a very exciting
finish.
A
treat. That's right. In for a treat. Almost feels like Dinwiddie football. We are at the Dinwiddie Sports Complex here in Dinwiddie, Virginia. Not at Dinwiddie Field, but the field is navy and not red, which is good. We appreciate the Parks and Rec fixing that for us. And Dinwiddie's winning in amazing fashion, so that two things that make it feel like Dinwiddie football.
It's also Friday night football in Dinwiddie, nonetheless.
No, there's
biggest
nothing
tradition
better
in the county.
Nothing better. Number 11 for the Israel Watkins on the return. Looks like he brought it back about 17 yards. He's going to set up the Crimson Wave 1st and 10 from their 33-yard line. And looks like we have a shaken-up player on the field. The official's going to call a timeout. Get some medical help out there for that young man. Looks like a rolled ankle. You hate that. I hate a rolled ankle. It was the runner, Israel Watkins. I hope that young man is okay, but he's not putting much pressure on that ankle.
It's always tough to see. Ankle injuries are so scary this day and age.
And looks like they're going to help him over, get him some medical treatment over there on the sideline from the athletics training staff from Petersburg. And we're back at it. Messiah Scott back on the field. He's in the shotgun. I'd be willing to bet he's going to have number 28 beside him, Jonathan Bolden. Takes the snap, steps into a throw, on the money. What a good throw, what a good catch. Pass caught by number 1, Jamonte Chavis. That was a nice play.
Tackle was made downfield by number 23, Adrian Parson.
Yeah, Adrian made a good play there, but I'll tell you, that throw was on the money and that was on the rope.
It was a great route, great throw, great play.
Yeah, that's one of those plays, if you're a defensive back, you did about all you could do to get him to the ground after the catch. That was a good route, good throw.
And Messiah's arm talent is definitely something special.
He really is. He is definitely a Division I football player. He's going to step into another one over the middle. Pass caught by number 4, White Muhammad. He's taken down, but not until the first down. I apologize. That was number 2. Donnell Batts on the catch. Donnell Batts.
Tackle made by number 4, Tyler Veeney.
Yeah, you can see the difference when Scott gets a little bit of time in the backfield to make a pass. He's throwing the ball on the money. It's the time that he wasn't getting earlier that he's getting now.
Definitely. He throws such a beautiful ball.
Yeah, he really does. He's a good football player.
Let's stick with the pass here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Look, things broke down a little bit on the outside. Pass over just out of the hands of the Petersburg receiver. Looks like Claiborne just missed it. And we got a holding on the Crimson Wave, so it doesn't matter. It's going to back them up, and it looks like it's going to be second and about a lot.
Second and 20.
I'm not a math guy, Ben, but that's going to be a lot. Why don't you shoot an azimuth and see what the yardage is and let us know.
Well, if it's traditional holding penalty, I think it's about 10 yards.
So it looks like the ball's going to be at their 42-yard line. It's going to be second. And as the late, great William Knott used to say, it's going to be second and a country mile.
I guess I should brush up my knowledge on holding penalties because it will not be 10 yards. It will be a loss of 15.
Okay, yeah. At halftime, you need to check into that.
We'll definitely do some research.
Messiah Scott back in the shotgun again. Snaps a little off the mark, but he makes the good play on it. Ball over the middle, right into Cedric Drumgool's
number 20,
hands.
Cedric Drumgool. He's got some blocks in front of him.
Cedric is thinking house. I don't think he's going to make it, but
Push out of bounds right there, but another play made by Cedric. Another takeaway for this Dinwiddie defense.
yeah, it looks like there was some miscommunication between Scott and the receiver. His receiver appeared to run a flag route, and he threw a post route, and that's never good.
I'll tell you, Cedric is having one heck of a game. 3 receiving touchdowns on offense, just got an interception on defense.
Yeah.
After almost getting one back in the first quarter.
You're right. If he'd have kept his foot in bounds. But I can tell you, never miss over the middle is all I can say to that play. Never miss over the middle, especially against a team with athletes like Dinwiddie. They'll make you pay, and they did right there.
A lot of great defensive backs. Defense is playing amazing tonight for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, it really is. Even on a drive that looked promising, they were making some plays,
Pass complete here to Alex Elmore.
Alex Elmore, and he is not going down
fighting for
easy.
yards.
My man, Alex Elmore.
What a play right there by Elmore.
Tackle there by number 4, White Muhammad. But I'll tell you, after initial contact,
I thought he was down for sure.
I think they call that rack, run after contact. He made about 4 extra yards. Mr. Elmore just ran right through the tackle almost.
Looked like Petersburg had him dead in the rights, but he dragged him for about 4 extra yards.
He did that. He wanted it more. I can see why Coach Mills was happy about this kid in practice, and I can see why he's on the field. Congratulations to that young man. He's playing a good ball game.
Hand off to Daniel Campbell.
Campbell up the middle.
He's got a ton of yards up the middle.
One to beat.
Gets to the outside.
And is he going to get there? No, not quite.
Huge gain right there from Daniel Campbell.
It really was. Number 21 on the tackle, the kicker. If anybody, if we needed, if ever we needed somebody's name, it's number 21 from the Petersburg Crimson Wave. He is. He's making a lot of plays. Is he going to get there? 1st and 10. No, not quite. He really did it. He didn't really get going. He got caught up by a runner, defender there. But had he got going, you can see he can really move.
Play action here. Pass complete to Justin Turner, number 22.
Looks like they're going to mark him just short. Tackle on the play by Javante Chavis, number 1 for the Crimson Wave to save the touchdown. Good pass, good catch, just short.
Generals have really utilized that little quick slant route tonight.
Brenton throws it well. He really does. He throws it where only his receiver can get it.
It has been working amazingly.
Yeah, absolutely.
1st and goal here. Hand off to Campbell.
Ran through a tackle.
Breaks through the first tackle.
Did it get in?
No signal yet.
I have not seen a signal yet. And there it is. The celebrated arms high in the air touchdown.
That is Daniel's 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, and that was, again, another touchdown where he took contact and kept running,
Yes.
which, if we're being honest, he did not do that last week. I think he may have, on initial contact, kind of went to the ground trying to be conservative, but you can see Coach Mills told him, go out there and do your thing, young man, and he did. He took the contact and took him in the end zone with him.
He is having a heck of a ball game.
Absolutely, he is. Special player.
On the stat sheet, that only showed up as a 1-yard touchdown, but it was much more impressive than that.
Yeah, but anytime you run the ball and there's a TD at the end of it.
Looks like Bell's extra point is no good.
Well,
when you're out there kicking as much as he is, you're bound to miss one.
Yeah, I think even with that miss, he's still 88% on the night. So
still having a phenomenal night for sure.
He really is. And with 3:09 left in the first half here at Dinwiddie Sports Complex in Dinwiddie, Virginia, we have the score is 55-6 Generals. And there's not much of this game they have not owned. Defense, offense, special teams. These Generals have just come out to play.
And in every aspect, they've been phenomenal. Offense, rushing, passing, everything.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, Ben, I'm going to start now with you, but you got your work cut out for the player of the game here that we're going to have to name because we got a lot of candidates. We may have a press box full of kids up here interviewing them after the game.
I mean, Daniel's making things even harder. As one of our stat keepers just informed, Daniel has 4 carries, 52 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Scored on 75% of his touches.
Yeah, he's basically scoring when he touches the ball, which is
automatic touchdown at this point.
And we haven't even mentioned Mr. Drumgool. I don't know what his stats are, but I know he has the ball in his hands a lot, and he's been in the end zone a lot.
He has also found the end zone on multiple occasions.
5 catches for 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. Thank you, Marcus Morgan.
And also the interception on defense.
Number 4 for the Crimson Wave, White Muhammad, and he is met rudely by one of the Generals at the 27-yard line.
Looks like the tackle was made by number 30, Marcus King.
Not surprised. Marcus King's a good tackler.
He's also having a great night on the offense side of the ball. 2 touchdowns for him, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been an all-around team effort. Petersburg Crimson Wave will come back out with 3:03 left in the second quarter. It is 1st and 10. They're going to take over from their own 27-yard line. Messiah Scott's going to be in the shotgun formation. Just to his left, it's going to be number 23, Raheem Lewis. Messiah takes the snap. He's going to throw the ball out. Good, made 1 miss, made 2 miss. Nice play there by...
Nice moves right there. Look.
Nice play by number 1, Jamonte Chavis. Made 2 defenders miss there and picked up about 5 yards.
Did not look like there was a lot right there.
It really didn't. I feel like the Dinwiddie General receiver broke down a little early. I think if he'd have ran through him for the tackle, he might have got him. But it looked like he started chopping his feet and broke down just a little bit early.
Looked like he didn't want to get hit with getting there before the ball.
Yeah, well, that's another thing you got to make sure.
He was all over that play.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite finish the tackle.
Just there was a timing issue. He was there. He certainly did the right thing.
Couldn't quite tell who that was.
Hard to see the other side of the field like that.
QB keeper here for Scott.
Yeah, that's design run and a slide. Not sure what the rules are in high school football on the slide, but...
Tackle made by number 30, Marcus King.
And it looks like Marcus is going to be credited with a sack there as he lost a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Crimson Wave.
Just another guy making that player of the game hard. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 7 here.
Yeah, 3rd and 7, excuse me. Lost almost 2 yards there.
He had another long 3rd down for Petersburg. High snap right here. Nice job by Scott to recover. He's going to – wow, did he catch that?
That ball was thrown and caught,
wow.
And it is going to be awfully close to a Crimson Wave first down.
Wow, that was an incredible play.
I could not see who caught it. He made a diving catch on the far sideline, and it is a first down for the Crimson Wave.
Man, what a play.
Heck of a throw. That was number 2, Donnell Batts for the Crimson Wave. Made a heck of a play over there on the far sideline. We're going to have to take the official's word for it that he was in bounds, but he seemed pretty positive, so I'm guessing he was in bounds.
It's an incredible catch right there.
It really was.
Another high snap.
Snap
right
a little high there.
Scott's just going to have to fall on it. That's going to be a huge loss.
When the ball is up over the head like that and it gets that bounce and that, with the ball's end over in and it starts doing that topsy-turvy bounce and it pops up in the air, you have no choice but to just fall on it. You're not going to be able to pick that up and make a play. Yeah, and that ball's all the way back to the 21-yard line, and that's going to make it 2nd and close to 30.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout right here. Yeah, that high snap has been a problem for Petersburg all night.
Yeah, it really has. And the young man, he snapped the ball probably 30 times this. About 5 of them have been off the mark, and they've been really off the mark. The other 25 have been good. It's just every once in a while he flies one. It's like my golf game.
I think giving yourself 25 out of 30 good in golf might be a little bit of a stretch.
I don't think we've ever been on the golf course any respectable amount of time for you to make that assessment, Bennett. So with 1:07 left here in the second quarter, 55-6, Dinwiddie Generals. Petersburg's going to have the ball 2nd and 30 from their own 21-yard line.
An extremely commanding first half so far for the Generals.
It really has been. In every aspect of the game, Dinwiddie has just done what they wanted to do. You could see this was a full, intense week of practice. You could almost see at the beginning of the game where Dinwiddie's, jumping around on the sideline, chomping at the bits to get on the field, and Petersburg's still over there warming up. certainly they were within their rights to warm up, but Dinwiddie was just ready to go. They were ready to play. The coaching staff and the players were ready to go.
Second in forever here for Petersburg. See if Scott can pull some more magic out.
It is. Snap was a little high, but he corralled it.
Scott's going to take a shot deep downfield.
Boy, that ball was thrown.
Man, that's a great throw.
That ball was thrown approximately 60 yards in the air.
That is incredible.
If I threw the ball 60 yards, my shoulder would go with it, I believe. I don't think I could throw it 20 yards. And he was kind of on a little half run when he threw that ball. That was a really well-thrown ball.
That's incredible.
Just a little deep. It's going to bring up 3rd and 30.
Yeah, you will not see a lot of those like that in high school football.
No, that was a great throw. Petersburg's going to have the spread, but they are going to keep that one running back, Raheem Lewis, right there next to him. It's going to be the shotgun. Let's see what they're going to do here with 3rd and 30.
Another high
snap. Is high again. That's 4 in a row, and
he's gonna have to
Scott's
go down.
just going to have to go down. Yeah, he had no choice there either.
Looks like number 31, Trey McBride, will be credited with that sack, as he was the closest guy.
Looked like Pfister was there in the tie-dye also, but I think 31 is going to get credit. But I just don't feel like Scott had a chance there. He looked up, and there were 3 blue jerseys bearing down on him. He was probably smart to go to the ground.
He's doing everything he can, but he's just getting put in tough positions.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, it looks like Petersburg's going to try to run the clock out here, go to halftime.
Yeah,
Not sure if they have the time to do that.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to punt it. He's going to be punting it from his own end zone, I think. I don't think he has a choice.
We'll see what they choose to do here.
Yeah. He's
high snap out the back, and that's going to be a safety.
Yeah. And 4.5 seconds left on the clock. Ball is snapped over the kicker's head, number 21. And it's – I'm sorry. Excuse me. I was just informed Scott was back. The ball was snapped over his head. It's going to make it 57-6 Dinwiddie. And it looks like from the 20-yard line – Petersburg is going to get a free attempt at either a kick or a punt, but Dinwiddie's going to touch the ball again here, and that could mean bad news for the Crimson Wave here.
See if the general special teams can make some more magic happen.
Yeah, they're going to put number 13 back there again, Ben.
It's Kamari Brown. He had a great return last time.
He did, and they're putting number 2, Daniel Campbell.
Number 11, Christian Drumgool, also back there.
Christian Drumgool, I'm assuming Cedric's little brother.
Yes.
Make it a family affair. Let's hope he gets the ball. Be nice to see 2 brothers taking the end zone. They're going to kick it. Looks like they're going to kick it. Most teams would like to punt this so they can get the hang time, get the defense down there. But when you got number 21 kicking the ball, and he's probably going to make the tackle too, so I'd go ahead and kick it.
Looks like number 2, Daniel Campbell's the deepest one back.
Yeah, boy, he did kick it too.
That's who it will go to.
There was nothing wrong with that kick. Let's see what Daniel's got here. Time is going to run out during the run. Nice play there by the Crimson Wave to contain that. And here at halftime, after 2 full quarters of home field football for your Dinwiddie Generals, Navy Nation's going to go into halftime with a 57-6 lead over the Crimson Wave of Petersburg. Been fun to watch, Ben. This has been fun to watch. We're going to take a little break here during halftime while the teams refresh, recoup, regather, and we'll see you back here in just a few minutes.
Chris don't have much to do.
Chris is killing it.
Are you using the binoculars at all? Are you? Huh? Are you using the binoculars at all?
Nah, because I can't really see. I can't see with my glasses.
Can I see those for a second?
All right, Ben, don't forget to make sure you're connected.
I'm what? That I'm what?
Make sure you're connected to the internet still.
Yeah, I am. I'm good.
I'll try. Yeah.
And then start the.
I've got this under control.
Well, when I noticed, and I was thinking about when we were at the University of Richmond. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here from Dinwiddie, Virginia. Half is ending. The teams are warming up. We are ready to go for the second half. Dinwiddie will be kicking off to the Crimson Wave. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, we will be kicking the ball right to left. Somebody correct me up here. It looks like I'm right. In about 45 seconds here. Score is 57-6 Dinwiddie, and a half been that really Dinwiddie controlled the entire half. I mean, there's really not a phase or aspect of time in that game when it felt like Dinwiddie wasn't in control.
Yeah, no, it does not get much better than that.
Yeah,
if you were to ask Coach Mills, I'm sure he would say he wishes the score is 57-0.
Yeah. I'm sure he gave them a stern talking to about that touchdown they gave up there in the second quarter. But that was a heck of a throw by Scott and a great catch by the receiver. I mean, it was a good play. And you saw at the end of the first half a little bit what Scott could do. He got a little time in the backfield there on the second to last drive, and they went down the field. He ended up throwing an interception on the last play, but he moved the ball down the field. It was systematic. It was good throws. It was good routes. I mean, they have the ability out there. It's just Dinwiddie's just not allowed them to do that, just stifled them.
Yeah, but like you said about Scott, his arm talent and mobility is just incredible.
It really is. He's a good football player. I'll tell you what I've liked about the Dinwiddie Generals is, the ball's been snapped. They've had some bad snap issues with Petersburg, but Dinwiddie's been in the backfield. We've had multiple players, 4 or 5 different players in the backfield, from Cornell Lucius to 55. you name it. Forward. I mean, we had a bunch of new players that we didn't really call a lot of names last week or see a lot last week in the backfield, making plays on the quarterback, and that's what you got to do. You know, if you're going to be a competitive team in the Region 4 or the Class 4 in the state, you know. But this certainly has reminded me more of Dinwiddie football than the wet weather game last week.
Definitely. We'll just see if they can continue playing that well this half.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the thing that we need to do is we need to get with athletic director Bradley Atkins, and we need to make sure that every game we play from here on out is played in 50-degree clear weather on a dry field. I don't think that's too much to ask. His predecessor always guaranteed good weather and delivered, quite honestly, and the game was always played in much better conditions than what Bradley seems to be producing right now. Well, not tonight, but most other games. And looks like for the Petersburg Crimson Wave, we're going to have number 1 Javante Chavis, number 4 Zamari White Muhammad, and number 28 Jonathan Bolden. The kick is away. And, of course, it's kicked to number 7.
He is swallowed up almost
Devontae
immediately.
Green, and
not much room there.
He took a belt there.
Tackle was made by number 32, Alex Elmore.
Alex Elmore making himself known out there on the coverage team now.
He's been all over the field tonight. One of many guys who has been all over the field.
He really has. I've been impressed with Alex Elmore tonight. He's really come through. That was one of my calls at the beginning of the game where I noticed he had really played well this week in practice. Scott's going to take over in the shotgun position. Looks like he's going to have Raheem Lewis next to him. And they're going to start here from about their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott takes the snap. Rifles the ball. What a catch. What a catch there by number 1, Javante Chavis. He went up high for that one. Good pass, good catch, good route. 1st down for the Crimson Wave.
Big gain right there for Petersburg. Was number 23, Adrian Parson, on the stop for Dinwiddie.
I mean, the timing on that play, it was a good throw. I think the ball had left Scott's hand by the time he made his cut. It was a good play.
Yeah, as a defense, you can't do much about that.
And looks like a design run. It was... Looks like he was tackled by number 16 for the Generals. Yeah, it was gain of 7. That was basically a quarterback off-tackle run. It's almost as if you're running a running back off-tackle, but the quarterback just tucks it and goes.
It's a great play call when you got a quarterback like Messiah.
When you basically have a running back playing quarterback. 28 up the middle.
Another solid gain. Should be enough for the 1st down.
All right, so number 28, Jonathan Bolden up the middle for about 9, and he picks up a Crimson Wave 1st down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Generals' 45-yard line.
Nice little drive going here for Petersburg to start off the 2nd half.
It is, and at the end of the 1st half, Dinwiddie picked up a safety, making it 57-6 Generals.
Another QB keeper here from Scott.
Scott up the middle, and it looks like that's going to be the game plan. Tackle made by number 53, unnamed on the Petersburg roster, but number 53 for the Crimson Wave. Set it up at 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line. They said they didn't put the safety on the graphics on the thing. The graphics on the video says 55 instead of 57.
It's going to be 2nd and 5 here for Petersburg.
Let's see what's going to happen here. Look like a little false start.
Rollout here from Scott.
Rollout ball.
Throw just slips a little bit
low and outside there.
It's a rare mistake from Messiah Scott tonight.
It was. That ball was low and outside, Ben. I'm guessing, though, you probably would have swung at it anyway. So we call that strike 2 on you, my man.
That is foul.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line for the Petersburg Crimson Wave. Scott getting the signal from his father, who's actually the coach on the sideline. Petersburg taking their time snapping the ball here. Scott back to throw. He got out of it. Closing fast. Made a good move there.
Looks like he's going to try to
Looks
run
like
for
he's
it.
going for it,
He's
and
gonna
he
have
gets it. That's tough.
Tackle made by number 17, Quentin Macon.
Yeah, Quentin Macon, I'll tell you what, he came up and made a nice tackle. I don't care who you are. If you're going and you're breaking down like that and there's a running back or a quarterback or anybody running full speed, you're going to go the other way when they hit.
Yeah,
so he made a good job getting him to the ground, but there was no way to stop him at that point. So.
Especially a guy like Messiah who's so strong and quick.
Yeah.
Not an easy guy to get down.
Yeah, he looked very determined to get that first down. And it's going to bring up 1st and 10. The Petersburg Crimson Wave threatening from the Dinwiddie 32-yard line here. He's going to move Mr. Lewis to his right side before he snaps the ball. He's giving some audibles. Let's see what he does here. Apparently he has some dirt on his jersey. He wiped off. We're ready to roll. Switching back to the left side.
Little screen pass here.
Yeah, that was a nice little screen play out there to number 2 for the Crimson Wave. Donnell Batts. Looked like he got about 5 yards there on that screen.
Looks like the tackle was made by number 47, Aiden Nunnally.
Yeah, Aiden made a good play there. And Petersburg, although this is methodical and much different than the first half, they're going straight down the field here.
They're having a lot of success this drive.
Yeah. That was a little short.
Nice job by Scott to stick with the bad snap right there.
Looks like the ball is out.
No official signal yet.
And
They'll say Dinwiddie recovers
the Generals came up with it. I'll tell you, when it rains, it pours. They're going down the field, and it looked like that was another one of those unforced fumbles. Just lost the ball.
Can't quite tell who forced it or recovered it, but nonetheless, another takeaway for the Generals' defense.
Yeah, the only thing for certain is the ball was on the ground, and there was a Dinwiddie player closest to it. So we end up with the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 21-yard line.
Looks like number 12, Daniel Smith, will check in at quarterback for Dinwiddie.
Oh.
His first appearance of the night.
Very nice. Let's see what he's got.
Handoff here, big gain. I believe that's number 27, Raphael Tucker, his first carry of the night.
Oh, Raphael Tucker. I heard a lot about him in the offseason. He is apparently an uber-fast, uber-talented young running back. Heir apparent to the throne here at Dinwiddie High School. We'll see. You got to earn everything. You can have a good offseason and not play any. You got to earn it, but apparently he's a very good athlete. Nice looking run there for 8 yards.
Great to see a lot of guys getting reps here tonight.
It really is. I'll tell you that, again, mark of a well-coached team
Another
is
handoff to Tucker.
you put in the reserves and they keep doing exactly what the starters are doing. Looks like Raphael got enough for the first down, too.
Just another running back being extremely efficient for the Generals tonight.
And you said in number 51 for the Crimson Wave on the tackle. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. Looks like the Generals are out to the 34-yard line.
Smith takes the snap, dropping back to
Let's
throw
see his
here.
first throw.
Gonna get out of danger for a second. But
yeah, it looked like he tried to step through some pressure there and got caught a little bit. He did well to hold on to the ball there, Ben. Nice sportsmanship helping up the tackler. Looked like the tackle there was made by number 52, Anthony Jefferson. He's going to get credit for the sack there. It's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Generals. Looks like they're getting the call from the sideline here. I really missed the little signs they used to hold up. Dinwiddie used to hold up little picture signs. It was all kinds of crazy stuff, but I guess we stopped doing that. I really enjoyed that.
those were always a treat. I enjoyed those too.
I love to try to guess on what the...
Smith rolling out here. Pass complete to Alex Elmore.
Guess who? Running through tackles.
Runs over a guy.
Guess who?
He's going to have enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, that's a young man who came to play football today.
Man, no fear in that kid. Just running over a guy to get the
He hasn't scored a touchdown. But I tell you, he's in the running for me. He's been playing hard. He's just been doing it all.
Been on special teams and defense too.
He really has. He's made plays. He's not an easy tackle either.
Nice throw right there, rolling out 2 by Smith.
It was a nice play.
Smith rolling out again. Little screen.
There goes. Threw it a little low. He had a defender in his face there.
That was intended for number 22, Justin Turner.
Looked like number 58, Amir Dickerson, was right in his face, making that tough. Forced him to throw a little low there.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for Dinwiddie.
It's going to be from the 48-yard line, it looks like. 47-yard line.
Coming up on about 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Smith rolls. Looks like he's going to keep here. Whoa. Tries to hurdle a guy.
Yeah, he went a little airborne there, but he did pick up.
Gain of about 3 or 4 right there, it looks like.
Yeah, he was tackled eventually by Clarence Claiborne, who took him for a ride there.
We're about 3rd and 6 here for Dinwiddie.
Yeah. About 3 minutes left in the third quarter here. Under the VHSL standard rules, because there is more than a 35-point lead, there will be a running clock here in the second half. So if it seems like the time's going a little quicker.
Nice little cutback. Don't think he's going to quite get the first down, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to come up about 5 short.
Looks like Dinwiddie's offense is going to stay on the field without much hesitation.
Well, yeah, I think you do. I think you stay on the field here, and I think you
it's definitely 4th down territory.
Yeah, 4th down territory. The punt doesn't gain you much. Not getting the first down doesn't lose you much. So
4th and 3 here for the Generals. See if they can convert and keep this drive alive. Smith dropping back.
Ball.
Lots of pressure. Ball is tipped
it was a screen. That ball was batted around by 2 or 3 Petersburg players.
Screen was sniffed out really well by the Petersburg defense.
Yeah, I think they saw that. Number 51 for the Crimson Wave was in there on top of the quarterback before he really had a chance to do anything. I think had we lined it up and Petersburg not done a great job on the backside, that might have had something to it. But nonetheless, they turn it over on downs. Petersburg's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
I tell you, that's the first drive in a long time that Dinwiddie did not put points on the board.
Yeah, but it was nice to see Dinwiddie come out there and run the ball the way they did with Raphael Tucker. Looked like is it Daniel Jones? I'm sorry, the quarterback.
Smith.
Daniel Smith. I thought he did a nice job of keeping himself under control. He didn't make any bad throws. It just they made a better defensive play. So it's good to see the future of Dinwiddie football come out there and do well in their first outing. It's nice also to see down there on the sideline Brenton Hilton with his arm around the young quarterback, giving him some pointers. Quarterback keep, that was a good, I think the Crimson Wave just faked out my spotter. Messiah Scott kept it. Good thing he's not on the defensive line. Messiah Scott kept that, and it looked like he picked up about 8 yards to make it, we're going to call it 7 yards. Scorekeeper called it 7, I'll call it 7. 2nd and 3 here from the Dinwiddie 48. Just under a minute left to play. Scott's in the shotgun. He's getting himself set.
Motion
Sends
the
his running back in motion.
Strike
pass
across
over the middle.
middle.
That was it was intended for number 18. Rajan Trainham.
Didn't quite look like the receiver was ready for that. Maybe some miscommunication.
No. And I don't know if you saw, about 10 yards short. It was just outside the reach of a Dinwiddie defender. He almost got his hands on that.
See if Petersburg chooses to run a play. This quarter, it looks like they will.
Yeah, I don't think the clock is really making much of a difference in their game plan right now. I think they're just going with the flow here.
Looks like another quarterback keeper. That one sniffed out well by number 47.
He got the first down there. I'm right on the 45-yard line, and I'm telling you, he got it. Yep, he got it. They almost made a liar out of me.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter.
I would say, if if this was a close game, they might have asked for a measurement and might have actually ended up not getting it, but I think that was a good call, good spot. And that's going to be a Petersburg first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Dinwiddie 45-yard line. They're going to switch directions. They're going to turn the page and go right to left instead of left to right. And we're going to play 12 more minutes of running clock football here at Dinwiddie Sports Complex in Dinwiddie, Virginia, with your Dinwiddie Generals leading 57-6 after 3. Who do you think? Who do you want to interview? Cedric. He deserves it. And we're back here.
Nice run there to start the quarter.
Looks like the general, looks like the Crimson Wave went with either a Wildcat or they had number 5, Jamad Lundy, in the game, and he handed the ball to number 21 for the Crimson Wave.
Looks like that tackle was made by number 16, Howard Spencer. He's made a lot of tackles on the defensive side of the ball tonight as well.
And it looks like Scott's night might be done. Number 5 still in the game for the Crimson Wave. That is Jamad Lundy. Takes a low snap, makes a nifty move, and loses about 1.5 yards to 2 yards.
Tackles made by number 47, Aiden Nunnally. He's made quite a few tackles since he came into the game tonight.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Crimson Wave at Dinwiddie's 42-yard line.
3rd and 5 here for Petersburg. Excuse me, I changed to 3rd and 6.
And let's see what we're going to do here. Crimson Wave. Lundy's still in at quarterback.
Snap
Drops
is
the
dropped.
snap and
Almost
gets out of
brought
a
down
tackle,
right there.
fakes a throw, and it's all for naught. He loses. He may have gained 1 yard there after all is said and done.
Well, he is eventually going to be brought down nonetheless by number 42, Khalil Parham.
And I stand corrected. He actually lost about 2 yards. It's going to end up 4th and 6 here.
Looks like Petersburg's going to punt the ball away here.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to punt, Ben. I think the quarterback's going over and getting signals from the sideline. I think they may be just running a play here.
Saw 21 in the backfield, got a little bit deceived.
Yeah. And we got number 5, Lundy, in the backfield with number 21, moves him to the left side, takes the snap. Ends up throwing the ball. It's up for grabs.
This one's almost picked off.
And that might have been picked. Nope, it was dropped.
Number 11, Christian Drumgool, almost got the interception there.
He did. That would have been really cool to have
Both brothers getting interceptions.
both brothers get a pick. And that ball was intended for number 4, White Muhammad. I can see Christian maybe getting some pointers from Cedric tonight about missing that one, but that would have been a tough catch. That would have been a really good catch, but Generals are going to take over here on downs.
Like White Muhammad almost turned into the defender right there.
He did. He had to, right?
Yep.
Sometimes as a receiver you got to do that. Dinwiddie's sticking with Alex Smith here at quarterback. Daniel Smith, excuse me. He goes by Marquise, so I have named him now 3 different things. I apologize, Smith family, for listening. Raphael Tucker up the middle. Tackle made by Eric Dabney from the Crimson Wave.
As much as you've been bragging about getting stuff right, I should be letting you have it for that butchering of names. Luckily, I'm a little bit of a better person than you, so I won't go in on you too hard.
Appreciate you mentioning that. I think maybe we need to figure out a way to mute your mic.
Handoff here to Christian Drumgool. He's got a lot of room to the
He
outside.
is fast. Wow.
Huge gain there from Christian. You see his brother Cedric loving it on the sideline.
Tackle was made by the Crimson Wave, number 21, who shall remain unnamed based on the roster, but he has made a lot of tackles. Looks like there might be a flag on the field. Let's see what the official's going to say here.
Someone's going to come back, nullifying a huge gain from Christian Drumgool.
Boy, he really shot out of a cannon. He was
very fast.
He can run.
Drumgool's produced some very good football players.
Yeah, they really. I hope they have some smart younger brothers. Unfortunately, in high school football, when you get a run that wide on the outside, it's hard to contain a block without holding, so it happens. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the General's own 45. Jet sweep time.
Alex Elmore here.
And in typical Alex Elmore fashion, he does not go down on the first tackle attempt, but he is eventually corralled and tackled by Roman Noel, number 56, and looks like we have an injured Crimson Tide player on the field. Crimson Wave, excuse me.
And names are not your strong suit.
Crimson Tide was a 1990s movie about a Russian submarine. Or an Alabama football team.
I think a lot more people know Alabama than that old movie.
Well, when you're a Texas A&M fan, Alabama football is not the first thing that comes to mind. It brings up bad memories.
I can't say you're wrong about that.
Oh, everybody's a Roll Tide fan when they win the national championship. We all love Clemson, too. This young man, he is moving, which is a good sign, but it looks like he is in some discomfort, so hopefully he'll be okay. We have both training staffs out there, so he's in good hands.
He's made a couple of tackles tonight.
Does look to be in a lot of pain down there. Hopefully he's all right.
I swear it was just the water went down the wrong pipe.
Looks like he is able to get up, walk off under his own power. Always good to see that.
Dabney's up and heading off the field under his own power.
No doubt. It's nice to see the young man walk off under his own power. Maybe he just got a little shook up. Nice to see him walk off the field. Hope he's going to be okay.
Well, back to action here. 3rd and 7 for the Generals.
7:54 left in the fourth quarter.
Marquise Smith, not Daniel or Alex, will try to convert this first down here.
The young man with the last name Smith on the back of his jersey is that quarterback for the...
Probably a lot better off just saying that.
Yes, number 11. That is his number.
You also got his number wrong.
Number 12. Oh, what a throw.
And right through the arms of a couple people right there.
Yeah, right through the hands of number 21 there for the Crimson Wave. He's all over the field. He's a good football player, I'll tell you that.
Now, we can't just slide past you also getting his number wrong, along with his name.
I think my mic might have went out there in that part. I think I did say it was number 12.
Well, hopefully it didn't, and everyone heard you say 11. But none of that matters, as Dinwiddie will stay on the field. Well, it's 4th down.
4th down, about 7 or 8 to go. Looks like it might be a quick punt. Coach Mills loves the old quick punt. There it is. Fielded.
Immediately tackled. That's Christian Drumgool right there, number 11. The real number 11.
Ball was fielded by number 21 for the Crimson Wave. He didn't have much of a shot. Drumgool was all over him, wasn't he?
He was. I'm sure Coach Masello is thrilled with the special teams tonight.
Yeah. I always like when the special teams plays well, because when they don't, Coach Marcello stomps around the hallway for 5 days till they get to play again. He gets so upset about the special teams. He's very, very, very passionate about it, and that shows because we have a great special teams.
Well, thankfully, it looks like the students will be getting Coach Masello in a good mood on Monday.
That's right. I think you might see him one time during the day, don't you?
I do.
All right, so we still got number 5, Lundy, and number 21 in the backfield for the Crimson Wave. Looks like he made something out of nothing there.
Pretty much the whole General's defense is in on that tackle.
Yeah, at that point, number 21 took the handoff there, and he minimized the loss there is what he did. He ended up not losing as much yards there. He ended up losing about a yard, but he could have lost 6 or 7.
Second and long here for Petersburg.
He really should have lost 3 or 4 games.
Coming up on 6 minutes left here in the game.
A lot of pressure on him. Throw it over the middle. Ball was caught.
Man.
Big hit by the Generals.
Number 54, Solomon Wright with the big hit right there.
That was a big hit.
That's his second big hit of the night. He got in on Messiah Scott earlier, too.
Devon Green on the catch there. Nice catch. Good throw. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Good to see young guys like Solomon, a freshman, getting out here and making plays tonight.
Wow, he's a freshman?
He is.
He's a nice-sized athlete. Good. Made a big hit there, too. Oh, was he the one that blindsided Scott earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's a big hitter. Lundy's going to take the snap.
And he is swallowed up
He
immediately.
is swallowed up there. He had no shot there.
Like Aiden Nunnally was the first one there.
There, 47, Aiden Nunley leading the charge.
I love when these defensive linemen come out of the pack holding the ball like they got the fumble. You know, just dying to take it the other way. That was a good play by Aiden Nunnally, though.
Coming up on 5 minutes here. Looks like Petersburg might be punting. Can't tell for sure yet.
Yeah, it looks like he's at punting distance.
Can't quite tell who's returning for Dinwiddie yet.
Number 21 surveys the field, make sure there's only 11 Crimson Wades out
Number
there.
11, Christian Drumgold will be back to receive this punt.
Well, this ought to be exciting. Christian Drumgold can really move. I'd love to see him catch this and take it to the house.
It's like a timeout on the field right now.
There is going to be a timeout. So with 4:29 left in the fourth quarter, the Dinwiddie Generals are leading the Petersburg Crimson Wave 57-6. They're going to get the ball back one more time, it looks like, with the running clock. It probably will be the last possession, barring any kind of short turnover or 3 and out. But what have you thought about the game, how the Generals have performed this week compared to last?
I mean, it's been a major upgrade in every aspect of the game. Offensively, defensively, special teams. Just everything you can think of has been so much better this week.
Yeah, that's a hallmark of a Dinwiddie team. You know, they have a bad game, and not to take anything away from the Royals. They played well. They beat us. But Coach Mills and his staff, you know, went right back to work. I'm sure they were downloading film Friday night, meeting Saturday and Sunday, and they put in a good game plan and came out here and really executed it. And that's the hallmark of a well-coached team. They come out here and they perform after a loss that they felt like they shouldn't have lost. They felt like they should have won, and there was no doubt in this game from the very beginning.
It's also been really great to see a lot of guys step up who didn't really play much last week, like Alex Elmore, for example.
Absolutely.
You know, Trey McBride's gotten in there some.
Yeah.
Daniel Campbell's had a great game this week.
Yeah, Daniel Campbell's been a different runner, hasn't he? He ran through some tackles. I didn't. That was okay.
A very short punt right there.
And yeah, it looks like that punt didn't go very far, but it looks like it's going to take Dinwiddie's going to be 1st and 10 from their Petersburg 38.
No, 34.
34. Semantics. 34-38.
And you have really cooled off in the second half.
I'm running out of steam.
Looks like a flag before the
on the
play.
far side. That was a nice pass. And look, maybe a little bit of a late hit on the quarterback. It looks like we're going to let that slide.
Assume a false start based on when the flag was thrown.
I would assume so too. I thought I saw a little movement on the far side before the ball was snapped. I was going to call that, but that official took care of it.
Your confidence is shot now.
And it's going to back the Generals up. Now they are on the 38. I just called it a little early. I'll take that one. I'll apologize for that one.
You needed that one.
General's going to start again here, 1st and 15 from the 38. Low snap.
QB looks like another flag. It might be another false start.
I think you're right. I think it's another illegal shift. It's going to be an illegal shift, I think, on the left side of the line.
You tried to get a little too fancy right there.
Well, the far judge did signal a legal shift. And now we're going to be at the 43, 44. It's going to be 1st and 20. That punt's getting a little better each play, isn't it?
It is. Well, maybe the third time's the charm here. We can get a play off without a penalty.
3 minutes and 22 seconds left.
Hand off to Tucker. He's got a nice gain up the middle right there.
He got most of the penalty yards back. Number 9 for the Crimson Wave, Marquise Woods, in on the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and about 11.
Nice gain right there on 1st down for the Generals.
Yeah, it's nice to get both of the penalties back now. Let's see what we can do with this drive.
Under 3 minutes left in the game here. It's coming to a close. Not much room there for Tucker.
And number 3, Cavante Carson, in on the tackle for the Crimson Wave. It's going to bring up 3rd and about, we'll call it 3rd and 8.5. I'm sorry, it was 23? 23. I apologize. I don't want to steal that man's thunder. 23, Raheem Lewis on the tackle.
Screen pass here, a little bit too high for Christian Drumgool.
Yes, you could almost see, we're right behind the quarterback, you could almost see his elbow drop, and the ball just got away from him. Got to get on top of that. That's why he's out there. He's getting game situation learning. That's going to be good for him. Every snap he gets out here as a young player is going to be better for him in the future.
That goes for everyone out there on the field right now. Just live reps for everyone. So beneficial.
Absolutely. Nothing beats game reps.
General's offense will stay on the field here for 4th down.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 8. About 1:40 left. Maybe a little bit of shifting.
Low snap right there. Marquise will just have to fall on top of it, and Dinwiddie will turn the ball over on downs.
It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that was a snap that went through the 5-hole for Marquise for a own goal.
Oh, boy. I don't know if that was the best analogy.
Going to turn it over on downs. The Petersburg Crimson Wave are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 1:30 left.
Looks like Petersburg's trying to make some substitutions here. Coming up on a minute left to play here in this game. Sure, the cheerleaders are relieved there was not a lot of scoring in the second half.
Yeah, not a lot of jumping jacks to do in the second half. 21 up the middle, takes a big hit, runs through it. Ball is out. Let's see if they're going to call that a fumble. I think he was down.
Ball does come out, but it looks like he was down before it did. 2nd down and about 5.
He picked up about 3 there. It's going to make it 2nd and 7.
About 40 seconds from the snap pass.
A little bit of a high snap
a little
right
high, handoff's a little erratic.
Looks like we got a
flag on the play.
That's going to be a hold.
I think that's going to be a hold too, Ben. I think you're right.
Like number 52, Austin Toombs was getting held right there for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, anytime you're getting held in open field like that, right by the lead official, you're probably going to get a flag. That's an easy one for him. He is going to ask him what Coach Mills wants to do. Does he want to take that penalty or not? Holding. He's going to decline it. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 7.
The penalty is declined, brings up a 3rd down and about 7.
Here with about 34 seconds left, this could very well be the last play of the game.
Yeah, I think this might be the last play of the game, especially if they run the ball. If they throw the ball, we might get one more in.
They will run the ball here.
They will run the ball. He is hit once in the backfield, bounces off that one.
Tackled in the backfield for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, a gang of Dinwiddie tacklers, and I think that's going to do it.
That will just about do it.
And folks, if you'll hang on here at the end of the game, we're going to go down and see if we can't get Cedric Drumgool rounded up, and he's going to be our player of the game, I think, isn't he?
He is.
He played a heck of a game, and we're going to try to talk to him, see if we can't get him.
The whole team, Dinwiddie.
Cedric did
Hold
have
on for us for just a minute.
Where you want to stand?
Right here. This is good. This is good.
All right.
Put your mask on, my wife. You good? All right, I'm here with Coach Mills after the big win here at Dinwiddie Sports Complex. Coach, what did it feel like? I know it wasn't really home, but what did it feel like to get out here and play this well?
No, it's incredible. It's I told you Wednesday we waited a year and a half for this to happen. Didn't know if it's even going to happen. We kind of got gut wrenched a little bit last week, and my wife kicked me in the hind end on Tuesday. Said, "Hey, 6 months ago you were complaining because you wasn't getting to play football." She said, do what she said, go to work and do what you tell the kids to do every day. So there you go. Appreciate you, honey. Love you.
Yeah. Good shout out. That was a smart. We were up there in the booth talking before the game, and we were talking about how there's no doubt Dinwiddie Generals after a loss last week we weren't expecting. I know it was heart-wrenching for everybody who came out of their hair on fire. That was not disappointing. I mean, we looked up, it was 35-0. We just jumped all over them, and that was a heck of a game. Enjoyed watching it, Coach. Thank you very much. Excited we're going to talk to Cedric here.
Yes, sir.
Here with Cedric Drumgold, Dinwiddie Senior, player of the game here for the Dinwiddie Generals. Cedric, what was it like this week in practice? What was the difference when you came out here?
Last week, practice, we was going hard every day, all day. We ain't went this hard since I don't know how long. and we just had to come back from last week and get a win, so we had to get back right on track.
Well, y'all did. Y'all certainly came out hard. Coach was talking this week. We talked to him, and he talked about flipping switches and how hard it is to flip a switch. You're a senior, you know that.
Yeah.
You can't just flip a switch. You got to practice hard to play hard, and y'all did.
Yeah.
Did it feel like home? Or
just like home. It feel good to be back. Band back, the cheerleaders back. It felt great.
Yeah, we enjoyed watching it, man, and give a shout out to your little brother. It looked like he's a little baller too, isn't he?
Yeah,
you're gonna hear about that later. Right?
Yeah.
Well, good. Congratulations, man. Look forward to next week.
All right,
take care. All right, that's it. We're done here. Dinwiddie Generals 57, Petersburg Crimson Wave 6. Dinwiddie goes to 1-1 on the season, still in the hunt. See you next week.